this will be a pleasure. The woman smirks and lifts up her sword, our ice meat. I have heard of these legendary Templars. It will be interesting to actually meet one in combat. She's certainly confident in her abilities, but somehow I still find it hard to focus on this immediate opponent. My eyes once more drift to Adele standing behind her. Is she just going to stand there? Watch where you're looking. The soldier shoots towards me, sword raised. She's in grip fast. I only just manage to lift my weapon in defense, and sparks fly as her sword forcefully clashes with mine. I'm surprised to realize that I am pushed back several inches by his blow. Are you sure you're concentrating? This is no fun. She jumps back, pulling out the dagger from her belt. The blade flies through the air towards my face, but I quickly repel the attack with a swing of my sword. She herself falls close behind, this time coming towards me from my left. I am able to keep my parries up once more, successfully keeping my enemy at bay. I shoot another glance towards Adele, only to see her turn her back on the fight. She's trying to escape. Adele. Disregarding the soldier, I run off to stop her from fleeing. Don't run away from me. She reads surprisingly fast. I sense the attack coming towards me and manage to look back just in time to see the blade aiming for my flank. Once again I raise my sword in defense, but I am unable to repel her completely this time. Soon after she directs a kick directly to my stomach, pushing me backwards. Most of the air is punched out of me, and I feel a sharp pain shooting through my body from my old wounds. My sight goes dizzy for just a second due to the pain, and I lose my footing on some of the rubbing of the ground. My one knee on the ground, I soon find myself in a very unfavorable situation. I knew Templars were all talk. Still trying to regain my breath, I look up to see the gloating face of my opponents above me. No, if only I had been more careful, this shouldn't have been possible. I didn't know I was still this weak from my wounds. She raises her sword to finish me. Then there is a whistle sound in the air and something shoots past me. The woman is pushed back by the sudden impact of the arrow that penetrates her left shoulder. She staggers in surprise. This moment is my chance. I push forward with all my strength, rising up towards her while swinging my sword. She is cut down before she do anything to protect herself, and fall to the ground without a sound. I look over my shoulder and see Tobias standing on the ledge further behind, his bow in hand. Then turn towards the cliff where I saw last. Adele. She hasn't come far. Now she's just staring in disbelief at the body of a soldier, and then at us. Adele. I won't let you get away with this. Ha! 2 against 1, huh? I'm not stupid. I know I won't stand a chance against Templar. She shakes her head and smiles bitterly at me. Not even if it's an amateur like you. Goodbye, Lena, Ehrenfeld. Adele stretches out her one hand towards the cliffside beside her. She's holding something in her hand. It looks like some kind of pendant. I can sense the air vibrating around me. It's like a concentrated wave of energy shooting for a clutch bend towards the cliffs. Only a second later, there is a cowering sound of stone and several boulders break free from some the cliffside, tumbling down towards me. Look out! Desperate, I throw myself to the side, rolling away from the landslide. The large chunks of rock slide past the place. I was standing, a cloud of dust trailing behind. I look up, trying to catch a glimpse of Adele. That pendant was a symbol. She must be a priestess to be able to use something like that. I tighten up my grip on my sword, my knuckles white as the blood leaves them. She won't be able to get away from me with those weak tricks. The dust settles, and Adele is nowhere to be seen, but I know what direction she went, and I won't let her get away. Tobias has caught up with me now, checking if I'm alright. Tobias, go on ahead and meet up with Simon and the other as planned. They might need your assistance. I'll follow Adele. Alone? Yeah, she's right. She doesn't stand a chance against Templar. Even if she's a priestess, I'll be able to take care of her on my own. He's obviously hesitant about this, but knows no other way to respond. Alright. With that, we part ways. I hurry up the cliffside, following her trail. For a short moment, I close my eyes, listening to the air around me. There are still traces of her presence left behind. Her little magic trick makes it even easier to pick it up. I know what road she took. She won't be able to lose me this easily. With that, I hasten my pace, my heart beating fast in my chest. Adele, I grieved for you. Being unable to protect you hurt so much, and yet I was only deceived all this time. As I gain higher ground, I can feel how the air around me gets thicker with pulsing energy. We're getting closer to the heart. Could she have realized this? No. Even Priestess doesn't possess a high enough control of the energies to sense something like that from this distance, but she's definitely headed towards it. Soon I reach the ridge of the cliff surrounding the heart. I look down into a small valley, trying to locate Adele. There, a figure standing in front of the ground rock. It's her. I quickly descend down into the valley and face her. Adele? She starts and then turns around towards me. You won't get away from me. Not this time. I won't forgive you for what you've done, but I also don't want to fight you if I can avoid it. She turns away from me again, once more looking up at the heart. What it is? What amazing object has been hidden here? I slowly take another few steps close to Adele, keep my eyes open for any other traps you might have set up. I have seen other sources of energy before. This is greater than anything I've ever experienced. She holds her pendant firmly in one hand while reaching out for the heart with the other, using it to feel the energy of the heart. It doesn't matter, Adele. We're not living here. She faced me once again, smiling. What are you going to do then? Bring me back with you? Or just kill me here? Do you think you can do that? You are underestimating me, Adele. You don't know what I can do. She just smirks. Why did you lead us up here? What was the point of such a betrayal? She ignores my question and looks up at the heart once more. I'm sure you can sense it even clearer than I can. The power within the stone, like a beating heart, overflowing with energy. Isn't it amazing? This is an amazing discovery. To think of what this could be used for in the right hands. Forget it, Adele. I won't let you. You fool! Adele draws the short blade at her side. She really intends to fight me. You are all so stuck up and covered in your own greatness that you don't see what is right under your noses. I'm not going to let an amateur stand in my way. Why are you even here? You're supposed to be dead. Just get out of my way. She clasps the symbol in her left hand tightly. She clutches it to her breast, collecting energy around her. I can almost see it being drawn, even from the great stone behind her. This could be bad. Even a princess could be a problem with such power. Source nearby. I wonder if she's even aware of what she's doing. Alright, this is it. I had to finish this quickly before she can get anything started. I brought hold my sword with both hands and charged forward. Get out! Lena raises her own blade to defend herself. She steps back and makes a swing against me to parry off my attack. Her blade connects with mine and grand purple sparks fly through the air. A strong gust of wind pushes against me, and I am forced back by the blow. Adele looks down at her sword and smiles again, almost desperately. I knew it! I spin around and make another attempt to attack in her flank. Adele retreats a few steps again, only barely avoiding my strike. Then she pushes out her symbol towards me, and another forceful gust of wind forces me back. I can see the glow around the stone behind her grow stronger. Our fight and use of energy is affecting it. I remember Tobias telling me about how unstable this stone seemed to be. Apparently, it doesn't take much provocation to draw a reaction from it. Alright then. It seems I had to make use of this myself. It worries me that consequence it could have been to agitate the stone too much, but it seems I have to draw a bit on its powers myself to be able to hold up against Adele. At least I won't, if I want to end this quickly. I close my eyes for a short second to collect my thoughts. I can instantly feel the air growing warmer around me. I get a much clearer reaction from this place, much like Adele did. Then I rest my sword one more time. How scary your hearts have become. You're really not going to let me go, are you? She lets out a short laugh. Why are you here? It was such a relief when I didn't have to do these things myself after all. I once more take them on the offensive. My first strike misses its mark, and she managed to block the second. While our blades meet, she makes a motion towards the ground with her free hand. I can feel the rubble move beneath my feet, and I almost lose my footing once again. I manage to gain balance, but not before she lashes out towards me again. I feel a sharp pain as the steel slices through the skin on my right shoulder. I fall back. It's only a minor wound, but I didn't know Adele could fight like this. She had seemed so helpless while traveling through the mountains with us so frail. She played her part very well, and deceived us all. Leon, Aken, Carl, even Simon had also been killed, all for nothing. I won't hold back. I will even... I spin around, slicing through the air near Adele, the outline of my sword glowing with faint blue light. It is as if the air itself sliced by my blade, as Adele's defense is broken down and I gave off towards her. She raises her short sword once again to block my blows, but she can't stop my attack as I swing it down, concentrating all of my energy on my blade. The metal sinks as her sword is knocked out of her hands and thrown back toward the heart. It was knocked away so forcefully that the tip of the blade sinks through the surface of the great rock itself, and then staggers backwards, gritting her teeth. She looks up at me again, but blinks in shock at the sight of the uncontrolled anger in my eyes. Desperately she sinks back toward the heart, maybe in an attempt to regain her weapon. No. I speed forward once more to stop her, and then turns around with her back against the rock, holding out the hand clutching her symbol, eyes closed shut. No. Stay away from me. Something unexpected happens. Part of the heart itself is coming towards me. It is as if spikes of rock are shooting out in reaction to Adele's touch, trying to penetrate me as I approach. The spikes are pulsating with the same blue light that engulfs the entire rock, although the color is warping to purplish blue hue now. I quickly change direction, only barely avoiding one of the spikes, then I slide downwards, cutting through the stone with my enhanced blade. The rock shatters. I rise an arm to protect my face from the shattered debris and dust, and I hear Adele scream through the chaos. Ah! When I look up again, the spikes have stopped moving towards me. The glow around the stone is almost flickering now, unable to come down. I see Adele's figure in dust, near the edge of the cliff. Adele. She is standing still, holding out her hands and looking down herself. Her hands and torso are covered in blood, and her eyes filled with dread. I can't help but widen my eyes in terror myself, as I see a large piece of the rock protruding from her stomach. The blue purplish light is still glowing around the fragment from where it pierced through her body. Adele. I gasp, taking a few steps toward her. She clutches her stomach and the large stone fragment. Don't come closer! She struggles to force out the words as she raises her head and looks at me, tears and blood flowing down her cheeks. Lena, you killed me. She winces in pain once more and takes a step backwards. I don't know if it was because she finally collapsed, or if she was just still trying to get away from me. Either way, her figure soon disappears out of view as she drops off the edge. Adele. I run to the edge and drop to my knees, looking down in an attempt to catch a glimpse of her. She's gone. I can see her from here, even if I strain my eyes. It's strangely dark all of a sudden, and the crack runs deep. I withdraw, noticing her blood scattered across the edge where she had been standing, some of it now on my hands as I kneeled by the edge. More fragments of dirt and rock are scattered around, and there is a huge scar visible in the large rock beside me. Her sword is still buried in the surface of the heart, as evidence of the battle that just took place. Suddenly the place seems incredibly quiet. Somehow, I can seem to get back on my feet, and I just turn to look down at the rough ground beneath me. Adele's last words still echoing in my head. Lena! Erin is waiting down together with her sister and several other townspeople that I recognize. Her worried face lightens up as she sees all of us returning. You made it. Yeah. I knew you could do it. As far as we know, we need to disperse all of enemy activity in this area. Hopefully that means that this place will remain safe for now. A relieved chatter breaks out among the people gathered here. Everyone is obviously happy about this being over already. So that means we made it? The Funky King is over? Why then we won't be able to send a message back home, right? That's good news. Simon's expression is like my own. He and Gavin found me in the vale soon after this, and with Adele, I told them what had happened, and Simon had been just as shocked as me by the rest, that we had been deceived all along. We have to make sure this time. Simon speaks in a voice, so as not to alarm the townspeople. We'll have to account for everyone, Adele too. I haven't seen Aaron since he played his part in battle. It would be easier if you could search the cravens for us, but I will try and go down there tomorrow and see if I can find her body. Yeah. What are you talking about? Nothing. It would be better not to worry all of them but talking about Adele. That wouldn't help matters anyway. Adele's treasure has nothing to do with this quiet little town. You know, this should be celebrated. Celebrated? That's not a bad idea. Everyone here could use some cheering up anyway. We haven't gotten a real celebration this town for a long time. Yeah, let's have a full-blown festival! I miss going to festivals. Sparkly eyes. Well, is that really necessary? Give the stories a to the rest, Tobias. Some festivity wouldn't hurt once in a while, would it? But is that really appropriate? Gavin is right. Going around and worrying about the future all the time isn't helping anyone. You should relax from time to time. Then it's settled. I can't wait. We'll have a lot of preparation to do. For something like this, I should go all out with the menu. I will have to come up with something special. Don't forget us. I will make something really nice in my bakery. We'll go all out just this once. A murmur of consent spreads through the crowd around us. But our supplies, we shouldn't overdo it. We're well set with supplies for now. Besides, the chief will be coming back with some of the rarer stuff soon. In all my dark thoughts, I can't help but smile just a little at the sight of the excited people in front of me. In spite of that, I still share some of Tobias' worries. Even though we defeated the soldiers and Adele, I still don't feel safe. Adele should be dead. I saw her body torn apart by the stone shrapnels, and yet I can't shake this horrible feeling.